Fishing is more than about catching fish.
The first frost of the year, the sound of water, and an unknown hope.
Adventures just as thrilling on your doorstep than in places you can only picture in your dreams.
Fishing is being.
Tom, get the net!
My back is broke. Oh, stay on.
Mate, look at the mark on the floor. Look at...
I'm Tom.
And I'm Sean.
And together we're... No, let's not do that. We've been making fishing videos for the last 7 years.
And we've been friends like forever.
Forever.
I'm Emily. I'm the director of Bostin Creative, Arts and Theatre, and I'm also Tom's wife as of February this year. I don't like to talk about it, but it has only just recently happened, so I'm still getting used to saying that. Tom and I have known each other for years and have worked together for a really long time. My organisation, we run projects, workshops, produce live events, theatre and short films that celebrate people, that celebrate communities, that make people feel proud of who they are and where they're from and what they're about through lots of different artistic kind of mediums, I suppose. And me and Tom have worked together on quite a lot of those projects over the years. And Bostin Creative has grown and grown. And then this year, there was an opportunity to do something for men in Walsall, which is something that as a female-led organisation, I was like, oh, I don't know, well, what would that even look like? But it just made sense for us to work together for the first time officially as Snagged and Bostin Creative. Because, I mean, I spend a lot of time watching fishing videos and giving Tom advice about what I think should be in the fishing videos from a comedy point of view. There isn't always fish in the videos, which you'll know if you're a Snagged fan, but we spend a lot of time talking and planning together, and I read a lot of the comments from the videos and have seen a lot of messages that Tom's been sent over the years, stories that people have shared with him, even if they've met him randomly in a pub or on the street, something that they have felt the need to share with him about how important fishing is to them.
Fishing is exciting. It's exciting to me.
The perfect excuse for an adventure.
It's weird because it's exciting, but it brings a level of calmness to my brain. Does that make sense?
So we have crowdfunded before. We've used Crowdfund Walsall as a platform before on Space Hive. And so we used it again. And we got quite a lot of support actually from Snagged fans. I think it was about 65 people gave us a little bit of money, so thank you. And then that meant that Walsall Council saw that it had backing, and it was through the Public Health Men's Wellbeing Fund and the Tackling Inactivity Fund that we got the funding to start this and to get it going, get it off the ground. And it's been sort of rumbling in the background for about 6 months now, mainly because it was almost impossible to pin these men down, and that includes Tom, Sean, Paul as well, for the dates that we needed to get the project off the ground.
My name's Paul Lumsden, and I guess I've known Tom for 12, 13 years. We worked together as actors within sort of the corporate training world. Tom, knowing that I can facilitate, that I guess we've shared stories throughout our friendship of our own individual situations and the ups and downs of life. Tom got me involved, wanted me to kind of be project manager, I guess. That person that would coordinate a group of men of different ages.
I think at the start I was a bit nervous. I think I was quite a late sign up as well.
So I didn't really know what I was getting myself in for.
I think as soon as the men were fishing, that was when it really started to get off the ground. And yes, Tom and Sean were filming in the background as well, because we knew that we wanted to make this film, because from this film, so many people are going to find out about this because of Snagged, because of the platform that they've got, because we could never hope, you know, the last video that went out about this, nearly 100,000 people have seen it, and over 1,000 men wrote in the comments and typed paragraphs and paragraphs about what fishing meant to them, or difficult times that they've been having that they never would do.
That's what's so good about the fishing thing, is that you're doing something, you're kind of focusing on something, you're able to just tune out, and then that creates this amazing environment to start chatting and conversations to start flowing.
So once we got the money, we needed the men. And so we put a call out for men of Walsall and in the local area if they wanted to come and be a member of this fishing collective, this initiative, this crew, this fishing crew.
You convinced me there that I'd got well, I'm the first person that's caught anything of any great size.
Fair play.
It's just good to get out, isn't it? And have something to focus on, be out in nature. And it's quite exciting, even though I did only catch a stick.
Mental release, basically. It gives me nothing more to focus on than whether or not I'm going to catch or not. That's it. All the worries of the day, week, month, go.
So how long have you been fishing for, mate?
Since before I could walk.
And why do you think you've carried on fishing for such a long time?
Stress, really. Because I was a full-time dementia carer for my father.
Yeah.
It was a way of totally relaxing.
Yeah.
Putting everything out of my mind. So,
yeah.
And that's why I do it.
The last time I went fishing recently was 2008-9.
Oh, right, so it's been a good while then.
Yeah, I've had a couple of breakdowns in that period, and I just basically lost my confidence to take myself fishing.
Yeah.
And when I saw this project come along, I thought, you know, I'll give it a go.
Everyone can be excited by it because you don't know what's going to happen, especially if you've never done it before. It's something that can just really get your excitement going from nowhere.
Escaping, you know, your worries and everyday life. Just get away and lose yourself for a few hours, you know, and appreciate nature. I think most fishermen do appreciate nature.
When you're fishing, that's all you're concentrating on is the fishing. So you got any problems, they just melt away, because all you're worried about is, can I drop that lure within 2 inches of that bank? And if you do it, that's, you know, it's one of the better feelings in the world.
I think you can't even make up sometimes. It's just, if things happen and you just, things that you don't see when you're fishing, even with the nature or anything like that. But it's good when you come with your mates. It's the sociable side as well as, don't get me wrong, I like to come on my own every now and again and just have my own time, but if you can come with your mates as well, you have a laugh. And
but you're still blanking there, aren't you?
Yeah. I was never there for any of this, because being a female-led organisation, this is I wanted it to be a really male-led project, even though I was in the background having the meetings, sorting the budget, preparing all of the forms and the paperwork and the things that we needed to fill in, moaning about what I wanted to be in the film, making sure that all of these boxes were being ticked. But it was really important that it was led by Snagged and led by Paul, who was the perfect man for the job. So I didn't care, I just wanted Paul's date. So I was like, he's got to be the person to lead this group, because with his warmth and life experience and empathy and training and all of these things, he was just the perfect man to be at the top of that pyramid, really.
I can see now that there are 2 or 3 relationships that are building up within there. And I'm a part of that with some of those guys, where it's probably going to be lifelong. They're probably going to have set up some brand new relationships there, positive relationships with people who have shared issues, shared interests, and just shared personality traits as well. And you can see and you can sense it, that just in itself has created, you know, something really lovely.
Because Wendy will tell you, she saved me. Yeah, I was down there, And I nearly Paul into his first time went fishing because I was telling him what I was going through. So I put a 2 on your mark sheet. He goes, what are you a 2? And I told him, and I had a bit of a breakdown. Yeah. And Paul was just, stop it, you're going to get me crying a bit. But that's just the way I was at the minute. You know, I was weighed down. I'm a lot better.
But you couldn't find your way out, could you?
No, it's like I've got a big heavy blanket on me. I felt like I was trapped in my body.
All you need is what you can carry on your back. Even with us, that might mean a camera or 2, but you know, you just need a mat, a net, a rod, a few lures, and it's roaming, it's not sitting still, it's not sitting there staring at a float, you know, which we can do, but you know, for me especially, it just gets very boring very quickly. That type of roaming fisherman, it's just more exciting. You know, if you're not catching, you're doing something about it.
After a day of lure fishing, you can feel it. Like, you walk maybe 4 or 5 miles. So not only is it great for mindfulness to be able to just focus on 20 seconds at a time, each cast, that's all you're thinking about. Like race car drivers thinking about the next bend, we're thinking about the next cast, the depth, how we're working the lure. So it's great for the mind, but it's also great for the body as well to get out, get moving. And as I said earlier, explore, adventure.
I own a narrowboat. It's there for enjoyment, and it's there purely to get away from it all. And I have to say, I think anything to do with water, the surroundings, the greenery, the trees, the birds, everything that is there, that is provided free for us, is an incredible avenue for creating great well-being. And I know that when I'm on the boat, I'm instantly calmed within, you know, a couple of minutes of setting off. It's stressful getting the ropes off. Once that's away, once we're cruising and just going past everything slowly, it's beautiful.
Finding myself like at every opportunity wanting to go and grab an hour here or an hour there. And like, it's great opportunity here in Walsall because there's so many canals.
Yeah.
It was like, felt like this little treasure hunt to go and find the next best spot, or go and see if there's more fish down there, or if I get more bites this way. And I have to say, I wasn't very successful on the fishing front, but I still enjoyed it nevertheless, like just being out and about and having that time. Sometimes I was on my own doing it because I just needed that space to breathe and relax and do it. And then I've been out with my dad as well, who I had those memories when I was younger fishing with, and just good to reconnect on that and have the time and space to chat and fish together.
We've seen, haven't we, Sean, how important fishing is and how much of a support it is for people in their lives.
How much of a benefit it can actually be.
And we don't want this project to end. We want this initiative to carry on. We want to have as many fishing groups in as many places as possible.
We want to grow it across the entire country.
If we were to look to the future of this, then, and think first about the West Midlands and the Black Country and Birmingham and where we're doing the work, 5 groups perhaps to be set up across the West Midlands. You'd have a pool at every group. Paul wouldn't be at every group, but we would have pools, all pools that would be recruited. We would have potentially volunteers working on the project. We'd look for young content creators who are potentially into fishing and it's something that they want to develop. There's so many little tweaks to this that we could put in place to make it a bigger model, and then at certain points everyone's at the same meetings and there's a celebration, and this all feeds into another bout of fundraising that then goes into the next year. There's so many ways that we could develop it, but that for now is where we're at. But if you look in the Snagged Bro comments, there are people all over the country who are like, we're up north, we're down south, we're up here, we're over there. We want this.
Definitely this project has changed me, and I'm seeing a different light now. Like a couple of months ago, I'd be in tears now. And I really would, wouldn't I, just talking about anything? Yeah. But yeah, it does make it made a big difference to me.
I so hope it's going to grow. I've seen what it's done to 10 men. I've seen what it's done to me. I've seen the effect that it's had on Tom and Sean and Emily. it's been a very powerful learning journey, and I think for this to spread and become a much bigger initiative would be a fantastic thing. It's as much as it was, you know, like plaiting fog, trying to get certain things done, that was worth it. And I think having gone through this kind of learning journey, we now know how to make that thing smoother.
Fishing, just even without trying, is brilliant. You're outside, so you're getting fresh air, you're walking, it's exercise. There's an element of preparation, and then that kind of just nothing else matters in that moment. It's incredible. It's like it's the best therapy that we could hope for.
Blokes need to talk more. I'm very passionate about it because people think, oh, mental health, oh, get over yourself. That's how blokes think. The way they'll suffer with it. And it's wrong, you know.
It's been really a big support, I think. Life's not been easy the last few months, to be honest. Yeah. And this has been something that's just been a little lifeline of like, but I can go and do that and get a bit of peace and clarity and space, you know. So
if it can work on this scale with a small group of men, then what could it do if it was there almost every week of the year? If there was a group running that people knew was going to be there for them, where someone's got an ear and they're ready to listen, and they can signpost you to the right places, to the right people if you're struggling, but you cut out all of that red tape and all of those barriers to access, and you just know there's going to be someone there. It could be life-changing.
The fishing is happening without Snagged now. The fishing is happening between these guys randomly, just when they can, and it involves me as well. So they don't just see me as the project coordinator. They're seeing me as a mate, and I'm a fishing buddy, and indeed go fishing with two of them this coming weekend. You know, so I found friends within it as well.
We need to say thank you to our funders, to Walsall Council. We need to say thank you to Crowdfund Walsall and Space Hive. We need to say thank you to every single person who put their hand in their pocket to fund this project and who have supported it by watching the content, reaching out in so many different ways. But we need to say a big thank you, and that's what we're doing here today. And I'm still talking, and I think I'll just say we need to say a big thank you. We need to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because to fish is to hope. And with every cast comes a new beginning. Beauty.
It's the solitude.
the thrill.
Escaping everyday life.
The peace and quiet, the watercraft, and the twitching of the lilies.
The world stops, all your problems melt away.
Being by the water, nature doesn't stop. You may as well be a part of it.
Focus.
It's an experience, could be nothing or something special.
Even if you day catch nothing.
Where everybody's got to start somewhere.
Last cast now, last cast. But it's never your last cast. There's never a last cast.
Right, are we done?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Should we go fishing then?
Yeah.
Come on then.